I asked my wife to help me financially when I was in dire need, but she refused, saying it was hers. Now that I am financially stable again, I can't look at her the same way. I served her with divorce papers, and she was shocked, trying to talk me out of it. I 30M am divorcing my wife 30F of 4 years because she did not help me financially when I needed it. I work in a very niche industry and last year or so has been really difficult due to market conditions. Many of my colleagues got laid off and so was I. At the time, I had newly refurnished our home so I was in debt. My wife also works but she earned less than me back then. I went to her and asked if she can help me while I search for work. I proposed that we should sell some of the gold that was given to us at the wedding. We live in Turkey and there is a tradition of giving gold to newlyweds to help them financially. These are meant to be used during difficult times. She rejected the idea and said I do not want to sell my golds. I tried to reason with her by saying closing the debt would greatly help us to have a more stable financials. She refused and told me to sort it out myself somehow. I asked her to at least use some of her savings and I can pay it back. Context here is that I let her save most of her earnings while paying most of the things myself due to women being vulnerable to financial changes more than men here. I wanted her to build her own savings and made sure to help her with the retirement account as well. I asked her to give me some of her savings for debt and I can pay her back once I sort myself out. She refused that too. This period had been extremely difficult for me. I fell into depression and contemplated my choices in life. Funny thing is everything was going great before this and I thought we would stay together through thick and thin. My older sister helped me to pay the monthly installments during that time, God bless her soul. At the beginning of this year, I found a great job in the same industry and am thrilling right now. I could not look at my wife in the same way after what happened and started divorce talks with a lawyer friend of mine. Last month, I let her know my decision and she was served with divorce papers soon after. For her, apparently it was an unexpected thing and she was shocked. She tried to talk me out of it but I was firm in my decision. Families tend to be involved with each other here and that was the case for us too. She put families in between as mediators but I do not want to be married to someone who will not help me during difficult times, especially when I was considering their financial well-being. Most of my family supports my decision though they would like me to reconsider it if possible. I know every other thing is without a problem but I cannot get over what happened. Am I wrong here? Relevant comments. Info. Did she understand how bad the situation was? I understand not wanting to sell the gold but it's very selfish of her not to use her savings to help you out. OP. In case of not repaying the debt, my credit score would plummet and there would be a detention order on my assets. So, she knew how bad the situation was. Comment. Is it your plan and decision that you funded without discussing that with her or did she wanted that renovation too, but is too cheap to pay for it? OP. She initiated the idea and it was a joint decision in the end. It was extremely costly. Update. It has been a rough 3 months but in the end we managed to come to amicable divorce terms with my soon-to-be ex-wife. At first, she tried to fight to stop me from divorcing but I didn't change my mind. These are the terms we came to agree. 1. She gets to keep the golds. 2. I'll get only 20% of her retirement savings instead of half in return of not paying monthly alimony. 3. I get to keep the furnitures and own our marital debt fully. 4. Rest of the assets are 50-50. 5. House is not shared because it's my dad's. Her retirement savings became so much that even 20% of it values more than all of the golds. Overall, my lawyer says it's a pretty good deal considering many spouses prefer dragging the divorce and try taking everything they can in Turkey. For my future plans, I have no idea what to do. I've always wanted to travel to Asian countries like Japan, Korea, Thailand, Indonesia, China etc. My current role is work from home so I might have an Asia trip this year. Other than this update there is not much drama. There was some at the beginning of the divorce with her and the families but it cooled down after a while. She accepted that our marriage is over and I am glad she did not try to drag the divorce process. Court hearing is scheduled for September and after that we'll be done, hopefully. Relevant comment. Good to hear things are working out so well in the end. Hopefully, should you remarry, you find a partner whose support is mutual between the two of you, rather than someone who views the relationship in a mono-directional fashion. OP. I am not planning on remarrying anytime soon but appreciate your words and advice.
Reddit Stories, JJ.